The video project today will be over abnormalities of marine vision. The authors of this are Miranda Anderson, Jessica Eggleston, Lauren Tull, and Caitlin Wood. The goals of this project are to better understand the uniqueness of vision among animals despite living in the same environment. Also, discuss 3 different phylum within the same ecosystem, allowing us to see the diversity of vision between different phylum despite being exposed to the same living conditions. And lastly, to better understand how eyes have evolved over time to better suit the lifestyles of marine life, such as the mantis shrimp, the cuttlefish, and the black dragonfish. Firstly, the mantis shrimp. The mantis shrimp comes from the phylum Arthropoda. The unique thing about the mantis shrimp eyes is that the eyes can see circular polarized light rather than linear light. This discovery was contradictory to common thought that the animals could only see intensity, color, and linear polarization of light. The cuttlefish comes from the phylum Mollusca. The cuttlefish have evolved its eyes to have a W-shaped pupil that cannot register color but can see the polarization of light, thus allowing it to see contrast. The cuttlefish reshapes its whole eye to better focus objects rather than just the lens. Cuttlefish also have internal sensors allowing them to see in front of them and behind them simultaneously. Lastly, we will discuss the black dragonfish. The black dragonfish is from phylum Chordata. The black dragonfish has chlorophyll in its eyes, allowing it to see red light. This is the only known life to have chlorophyll in its eyes. This also allows it to get prey which cannot see its red light.
The mantis shrimp belongs to the phylum Arthropoda. The mantis shrimp's vision is unique because it is able to see both circularly polarized light and linear polarized light. Circular polarized light is an emergent property of the reflected light of some metals and membranes. Circular polarized light is only produced when linear polarized light waves refract through specific materials, throwing its oscillation out of phase. This causes the light wave to essentially corkscrew through space. Linear polarized light can be converted to circular polarized light by passing through a quarter wave retarder. This works both ways. A quarter wave retarder can also convert circular polarized light back into linear polarized light, which arthropod receptors are excellent at detecting. Scientists believe that the mantis shrimp's R8 receptor acts as the quarter wave retarder. Circular polarized light can be left-handed or right-handed depending on whether it is corkscrewing clockwise or counterclockwise. The mantis shrimp has 3 distinct areas of the eye. There are 2 hemispherical regions on either side of the central midband area. This is a configuration that makes it possible for the mantis shrimp to see objects with 3 different parts of the same eye. In other words, each individual eye possesses trinocular vision and depth perception. Each ommatidia, or photoreceptor, in the hemispherical regions has a corresponding photoreceptor in the opposing hemisphere with which it shares visual field. Each eye of the mantis shrimp has the internal ability to produce depth perception and create a 3-dimensional representation of the world without input from the other eye. Each eye is able to distinguish between the different types of polarized light. Both eyes are mounted on mobile stalks and are constantly moving around independently, each scanning the world in 3D. The midband region of the mantis shrimp's eye is made up of 6 rows of specialized photoreceptors. They have 4 rows carrying 16 different sorts of photoreceptor pigments. 12 of these are for color sensitivity and the other 4 are for color filtering. Because of this, their eyes are able to detect wavelengths that stretch from deep in the ultraviolet, across our visual range, and into the infrared. Rows 1 through 4 of the midband are specialized for color vision. Rows 5 and 6 are specialized to detect polarized light. Most humans have only 4 visual pigments. 3 of them are dedicated to see color, but the lenses block ultraviolet light. The upper and lower hemispheres of the eye are used primarily for recognition of forms and motion, not for color vision. Circularly polarized light is believed to be used for signaling among the mantis shrimp undetected by predators. The vision of linear and circular polarized light, the 3 regions of the eye, and the 16 different photoreceptor pigments allow the mantis shrimp to be considered to have the most complex eyes of the animal kingdom.
Cuttlefish are mollusks that clearly resemble their cephalopod relatives, the squid and the octopus. As a class, cephalopod vision is quite distinct. Any similarities between cephalopod eyes and our eyes are purely superficial and appear to be examples of convergent evolution. That is, they evolved independently or for reasons other than a common ancestor. The cuttlefish's vision separates itself from that of other animal life in many ways. Though they are sometimes nicknamed the kings of camouflage, which we will discuss later, cuttlefish are actually colorblind. They use polarized light to see contrast rather than color. Living at an ocean depth of 10 to 100 meters, when dim life is all that is available, this unique quality of vision is immensely beneficial. Unlike other animals who use polarized light to see, the cuttlefish has a unique W-shaped pupil. This pupil allows the fish the ability to control the intensity of the light entering its eye. When exposed to bright light, the pupil becomes a thin strip, allowing them to maintain sight even in a brighter environment than they are used to. Within their eye, they also have 2 spots of concentrated sensors on their retina known as fovea. One set allows them to look more forwards, while the other set allows them to look more backwards. Scientists have found that these distinct eyes of these fish are fully developed before birth, and suggest that the cuttlefish babies are actually able to see before hatching from the eggs. Another cuttlefish original feature is the way in which they focus their eyes. Humans reshape the lens of the eye to focus on a specific object, but the cuttlefish moves its lens to reshape its entire eye in order to focus. While concentrating on close objects, they contract the muscles around their eye, which pushes the lens forward away from the retina. These same muscles will relax and draw the lens inward in order to see distant objects. As a predator, this is highly beneficial. But as a prey, the cuttlefish must rely on camouflage to hide from hunters. They use chromatophores, which are elastic sacs containing different pigments, to create patterns to resemble certain components within their ecosystem. The disruptive pattern is used to blend in with discrete objects such as pebbles or rocky sand, while the model pattern is used on continuous surfaces. Because they cannot see colors to match the background, they must use their unique vision to see the angle at which the light is reflected and observe the contrast of the surface to distinguish a pattern. Even the slightest change in contrast or movement can activate this vital defense mechanism. The cuttlefish uses all these characteristics cooperatively to survive dangerous life in the ocean.
The last marine life that we will discuss is the black dragonfish. The black dragonfish is from the phylum Chordata. It is a special fish, almost eel-like in body. The females are black, 52 to 60 centimeters in length, have well-developed canine teeth, and well-developed barrel and pelvic fins. They also have 6 thin stripes that run the length of their body. Males, on the other hand, are dark brown, 45 to 53 centimeters in length, have no canine teeth, have no barrel fins or pelvic fins, and also have no stripes that run the length of their body. Yet both are small, thin-bodied, have extendable hinged jaws, and bioluminescent cells. Black dragonfish are mesopelagic species, which has to do with the depth they reside at, 1,000 to 2,000 meters. Females reside at 500 meters during the day and 1,000 to 2,000 meters at night, while males, on the other hand, reside at 1,000 to 2,000 meters at all times. Mesopelagic species usually have large eyes that are upward facing to detect subtle changes in light. This helps them detect silhouettes of predators and prey. Black dragonfish is unlike other mesopelagic fish at these depths, though. They have special techniques to stay undetected by other mesopelagic species. For instance, black dragonfish have bioluminescent photophores, which can produce green or red light. Green light can be seen by all mesopelagic species. Red light, on the other hand, can only be seen by black dragonfish. This is due to red light having extra long wavelengths, this being almost invisible to even the human eye. Black dragonfish, though, have chlorophyll in their eye, which makes detection of the extra long wavelength red light possible. They are the only animal known to have chlorophyll in their eye. This red light detection allows black dragonfish to hunt in a vision spectrum no other mesopelagic species can use. Black dragonfish shine the red light to view prey or predators and then can avoid or attack based on this sight and light that no other mesopelagic species can see. Thus, black dragonfish have extraordinary eyes that are one of a kind not only to marine life or mesopelagic species, but to the animal kingdom as a whole. In conclusion to this video, the mantis shrimp can see circular polarized light. The cuttlefish has a W-shaped pupil that can see the polarization of light and have internal sensors allowing them to see both in front of them and behind them at the same time. And the black dragonfish has chlorophyll in their eyes allowing it to see red light. All of these demonstrating the unique characteristics of marine life and their vision.